Greetings and salute the sins of Satan, the sins of the Caucasian. See, most of y'all think that the world have always been like this, in this state of condition, you know, because the history that you learned in school, a lot of brothers think history is boring. Brothers and sisters think it's boring. But if you pay close attention when you go to school, the European or the Caucasian is mainly talking about the history of Europe since he's been out the caves up until present day. And you are briefly mentioned in slavery, but he don't tell you about your history. He don't tell you about your language. Why is it, some more questions to ask, that you can study the black man in the elementary school, high school, studying language? They study either European language, which is Spanish, French, English, but you don't study your ancestors' language. Any of the African dialects, Swahili, I don't know all the different dialects, but you don't study that. They keep your language from you and your culture. Now even the Mexicans, Spanish is not their indigenous language. The Spaniards gave them their language. The Haitians, they can trace their ancestors back to Africa. And the majority of them are black, and some are Portuguese heritage, but their basic language is a form of French, patois, I think they call it. But not basically African language. Y'all don't think about things like that. And they practice tradition European law. So the sins of Satan is he stole all the wealth from the citizens. If they had gold or whatever, some of them didn't have nothing, so it wasn't nothing to steal. If you had gold or silver, he took it and gave you back a counterfeit money that wasn't redeemable with gold. It was an IOU. Now he stole from you, the European Caucasian stole from they're stealing right now as we speak, stealing land, stealing from the people, because the people think that he's authorized to do that. By who, I don't know, but they think the European is that's authorized to do that. Just take stuff over with a piece of paper with some pictures on it. It don't mean nothing. You can't get gold for it. You can't get nothing. It's a debt note. What I can't understand I can't understand is you willing to follow the Constitution, which would change every when they want them to change. That's why they amend them. They amend a whole lot of them. Some of them they ain't amending. They didn't amend Congress. Only Congress has the right to coin gold and silver as means of money. You know, they didn't amend that. So the European Rothschilds and them, the ones that own the bank, Federal Reserve and the World Banks, are foreigners. Because they got their money from them. Through their agents, but, you know, they got their money from them. So that's a law, but that's a law. They broke the Constitution. No one will enforce it. No one will enforce that law. All the laws they done broke on the Constitution. And you'll follow they illegitimate law or whatever they got before you follow God's law. God say man is not to lie with man and woman is not to lie with woman. And then the Pope make it okay for homosexuals to continue practicing homosexuality in front of the whole planet, in front of God. Because, you know, European got you thinking God don't really exist. He's a spirit in the sky. So you waiting on something from the sky to strike him down, which ain't gonna never come. But you don't know that God made you an agent of him. You supposed, as long as you keep his laws, it's like a sheriff, you know, working for this illegitimate government. Because now they done broke God's laws and man's laws. All kind of laws. And they done broke them. And then they hire a sheriff to make sure you can't do it. You can't do what they do. You know, it's a crime against them because they send themselves up as God. But y'all can't see that though. So all when them sisters go to church and be hollering, yes, Jesus, that's some freakish stuff, you know, what y'all doing. You think about it, man. It ain't real. So God made man Khalifa or an agent to watch over the planet. When God created man, he made man in his image. So man could basically, you know, do what God can do. As long as he followed God's laws, which is the will of God. Y'all call him God, but the black man's language is Arabic, descending from ancient Egypt. Aramaic, Hebrew, all of them is African languages, ancient African language. So we say Allah, the all in all. Sometimes sugar, sometimes salt. If you don't get it, it ain't my fault.